hard to get motivated at 5 in the morning. And maybe you do it one day, but again and again, you're gonna go out there again. You're gonna get rejected. You're gonna go do it again and again. That is the X-ray vision.
It's seeing through all the late nights. It's seeing through all the early mornings to get to your goal.
When you see something difficult look easy, there's a bunch of 4:30 in the morning wake-ups that made that happen.
Going for that life, you're going to have to kill off all comfort. The only way to be admired is to do things that suck.
Those are just obstacles.
If you want uncommon results, you can't live a common life. You can't be like everyone else. You can't go out on the weekend. You can't sleep in late. You can't watch TV at night. You can't do what common people do and want uncommon results, living a common life. You have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul or whatever the fuck is in front of you. Nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. Nothing.
You have to train your brain by doing things that make you uncomfortable consistently to build this mindset that when things are hard, which they will be, we don't shy away, we don't quit, we attack.
All it is showing up every day, doing the you know you're supposed to do, going to bed and repeating that no matter how long it takes, and making sure that no distractions, no bullshit, no people, nothing gets in your fucking way.
You have to struggle. The bigger the suffering, the more peace.
I'm seeing through all those walls. I'm getting to where I want to go.
How you become hard is doing that you don't want to do. You have to take yourself out of your comfort zone and bury yourself in something that makes you feel so horrible that you have to see how your mind's thinking in that horrible situation and overcome it while you're in That's what makes a human being hard.
But when you go hard, when you allow for no slack whatsoever, when you meet that wall of pain and suffering and you power right through it, that feeling stays with you and it builds and it strengthens everything you do that day. That's what makes you a tougher human being. That's what makes you unstoppable. So when you hit that wall, you batter that wall, attack that wall, and don't stop attacking until you break through to the other side.
Push harder. Make yourself get out of the comfort zone and get into the combat zone where you have to fight, where you have to dig deep, where strength and power and fortitude are found. Have you ever finished a workout and said, gee, I'm glad I took it easy. I'm glad I didn't push myself too hard? No.
When you slack off during a workout, you feel weak and you feel defeated.
Your actions will naturally take you in the direction you want to go. If you can push yourself beyond what most people give up on, you're going to get there eventually. How do you build a muscle? Work it beyond its comfort zone many times. Because muscles respond to demand. Same thing is true of your mind. You get more strength and faith when you demand it of yourself. Courage, commitment, anything. You build mental fortitude every time you push yourself beyond what's comfortable.
It's in those moments you must retrain your mind to think differently in health.
Winners wake up early, put the work in, intentionally do hard, get mentally tough, and get ready to attack the day.
If you want to quit, I understand why you want to quit. I wanted to quit 10 million times, but I decided I'm going to quit quitting. The dadgummit, I'm going to see this thing through.
What would your life look like today if all the things that you said you would do in the past you actually did?
You have to be mentally tough to get to that next level. You have to take action under any circumstances.
If you want to be a winner, it will get harder before it gets easier. If you're on the path for anything that's great or good, it will be pure hell. You start hitting adversity, people start making fun of you, and you're not getting the progress as fast as you want it. What do? If you want to win, quit quitting.
If you're not feeling your best, you got to take action. This is where we start separating ourselves. Everybody's talented. Everybody's gifted. Not everybody is mentally tough. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody is willing to come up with a solution and do whatever it takes.
You just have to stop stopping. You gotta quit quitting.
And when you get to a point where you make a decision to be relentless, there are things that people who are relentless get that people who are not, they don't get. The question is not if life is going to get hard. We can guarantee that. The question is, are you mentally tough to get through it?
I'm gonna do 4 more for me. I'm gonna torture me intentionally. I am getting up every day and intentionally, on purpose, doing things that are hard. And if I do things that are hard, when I make more calls than anybody else, when I wake up in the morning when I don't want to, when I go ahead and put my phone down in the gym and put it on Do Not Disturb so I don't mess with it, put my music on and grind for an hour and a half, when I do those things, when I do 4 reps, that means if I'm doing a set of 10 and then 10 it burns, I'm like, nah, you know what, I'm gonna do 3 more. I know that when I'm lifting weights, when it's a set of 5, I do 6. When it's a set of 8, I do 9. When it's 45 on the treadmill, I do 46. When it's supposed to be 20 phone calls, I make 21. When it's supposed to be an 8-hour workday, I work 9. Whatever it is, I always do 1 more. And what that does is it makes me eventually think I'm doing things other people aren't willing to do, so I should get things other people aren't going to get.
As opposed to the person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's going to be the person who has a stoic mentality, who looks at it and says, all right, we'll get through it. Not freaking the fuck out. Struggle and hardship and bad times and tests, those are all part of the journey. Every time you go through these hard things, you get better, you get stronger, you get mentally tougher. And the more mentally tough you become, the easier your life will be. How can you beat someone who cannot fucking quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't dude, bring it the fuck on. Nothing worthwhile is going to be given to you. It's going to be earned, and it's going to be earned through your pain, through your misery, through your suffering. People that succeed quitting when things get hard. Quitting is a habit. Quitting is a mentality. It's a core value of people. You know, this isn't for me because it's fucking hard. It's all fucking hard. That's what you don't understand. Any path you take to get where you want to be, if that place is worthwhile to go, it's going to be fucking hard. Every single path that you could possibly take to get somewhere where you want to be is going to be hard. Struggle, pain, misery, frustration, those are signs that you are on the right path and making progress. You have to learn to identify these things as indications that you are on the right path. Nobody that is where you want to be has gotten there without these struggles, without the bleeding, without the pain, without the misery. Nobody. So what makes you think that you're going to be able to be that person that gets there with none of those things? And if you want to be something big, you want to dream big, you want to be something great, you are going to have to learn to accept the struggle as part of the recipe.
It's not going to be easy. If you're willing to put forth effort, it can be a reality.
Every single day, you need to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I willing to do to get what I want? And if the answer is whatever the fuck I have to, you'll get there in time.
Until you change. Not until the economy changes, not until the market changes, not until your manager changes. Until you change, nothing changes.
In these situations, define who you become. Do you quit or do you push through? When you quit, your mind says, we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. When you say, this sucks, I'm drowning, I'm miserable, I'm suffering, I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind, it says, damn, he's not leaving. So we got to expand. We got to grow. We got to figure this thing out. And then you start to engage parts of your mind that you never engaged before. When you're in suffer mode and you say, I'm not going to quit.
But if you do what is hard, keep coming back again and again and again, disciplining yourself every day, pushing your mind and body, pushing your limits. If you do that over and over and over again, your life will be easy. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, complain about your situation, your circumstances. If you do what is easy, stand around and be a volunteer victim like everybody else. If you do what is easy, surrender and give up on your dreams. Become depressed and bitter and angry. Anybody can do that. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard.
Cut the freaking leash, bro. Could you work 5 times harder than you do right now? When will you really give the best to you?
Throw your whole self into it. See, most people go at it tentatively. They don't give all their stuff. They don't concentrate. They don't put everything they've got in them.
How in the hell can you ever figure out what you're capable of doing unless you wake up and go all in at one time and test yourself?
Put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills. You'll find yourself stroking unlike you've ever seen before. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before.
Let's see what the hell you're made of. Let's just see how good you can become.
I want you to have the mindset that you're going to work on yourself. I want you to have the mindset that you're going to improve your health. I want you to have the mindset that you're going to create wealth. I want you to have the mindset that you're going to live an expanded vision of yourself, and you're going to go all in.
You have to go the extra mile. You have to go all in. Winners do not leave things to chance. They do everything that they possibly can, that they are in control of, every single time, every single day, for a long, long, long time to win. They understand the last 20% is what separates them from everybody else. It's what separates you from where you want to be. It's accepting that you're in control and you're going to do everything in your power to win.
Some people, they tend to go all in. Some people, they give their all. Some people, they give their best. And you know what? Sometimes when you give your best, there's pain. You give your best and they judge you. You give your best, they don't pay you as much as they used to. You give your best, they make fun of you. You give your best, you risk ruin. You give your best, you don't know if you can maintain it. You give your best, you're tired. You give your best, you might fail. You give your best, you might burn out. There might be pain, but you know what? If you don't give your best, there is also pain. You don't give your best, you will never feel like you're winning. There's no success at work if you don't fully engage and assert yourself. Because the worst thing is, you always have the pain of knowing you're not even trying. The real win is you feel like you engaged and gave your best in this life. There isn't a regret. And if there is a regret, at least you know you gave your best through it. The worst regret is you half-assed through it, and it makes it even a worse regret. The regret feels even worse because you didn't even try. So now you have something to regret and you didn't even try. But if you have something to regret and you know you tried, you have honor. You have self-respect. I want you to have that. The real win in success, in life, in business. How do you succeed at work? You give your all again in a whole sea of people who are quiet quitting, bowing out, complaining, waiting to see how it goes. You show up as strivers and you say, I'm here, I'm ready, I go in straight. That's the difference maker. Give your best.